is around you. It's the opposite of creation. And it's like it smells horrible. It looks horrible. And these are things that are supposed to keep you inspired, like what you're seeing and experiencing, sensing. So the tote of creating as I create, it's something. It's tough out here. It's rough.
I mean, that actually brings me to one of the first questions, which is actually it's two of the questions. But the first question is who would you be if you lost your artistic practice? Let's start with that one. Who would you be if you lost your artistic practice? However you define
Oh
it.
my God, like the most insufferable light skin ever. That was the first thing I couldn't like
Okay.
I like the conformity that I just that's what I think. If I didn't have my arts, if I didn't have my own like creative mind, I would
Mhm.
be conformed. I'd be assimilated. Like I'd like just in a physical appearance. Like I don't think my hair would be green. I don't think my hair would be natural. I don't know if my clothes would be colorful. If I lost my artistic practice, I don't like my sense of self. Like I don't know if I would have friends. I don't know if I would have community because so much of who I am is the art, is my art, you know? Like I feel like I am my art. So if I didn't have art, I wouldn't have Mila. You would have Mila without the exclamation point. You'd have Mila slave surname, you know, like you'd have it and with proud, like with pride. If Mila without artistic practice is working in the system as a Miss Boyd, as just everything, just insufferable, sister girl, just
Mm.
no, just like
So would you not like yourself, or would you feel that that self is to be pitied and they're just trapped?
trapped. I would say all those things. I because I'm very strong. I'm very opinionated, strong-willed. I think a lot of artists are. But I wouldn't like myself and I'd be very honest about it. And I would tell that person like do you know that you're missing something? Like and like just to be super candid, that's how I view a lot of people that I know are artists that don't go get their shit. Like I can tell that there's something beneath you, and I'm like I'm sad because I can see it and I can feel it, and I'm like you need to experience this. Like come out into the world, and it's crazy. It's just it's wild to see so many creatives out here, and they look at you and they're like, oh my God, go Mila, like you're creating, do that shit, like I love that. And I'm like, you too? Like, don't leave me out here. Like it's lonely sometimes to be an artist. So I feel like would I be I don't know, because I'm still like I wouldn't pity that person because I don't know if pity is the word. I would just be like, how can I help you see what you are and who you're supposed to be? What's under there? I see it. Do you see it? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Because it's like I don't even know if we can imagine a world that we didn't discover the thing that we liked, which was this art connection.
Mhm.
And because if that happened, then like would we just be this type of like blank, bland being walking around? Would we know that we are lacking something? And would that just be a deep depression that would probably be diagnosed as something that it's not exactly is,
Is that
but it
not
is.
what
It's like, yeah,
is
yeah,
that not what's happening? I feel like that is
yeah.
the existence. That's the other side of being an artist. Like that's answering the question, like, what is it like without your creative practice? It's gray, it's dark, it's depressing because it's not supposed to be this way. Like when even you started talking about like lack of like just the lack of individuality, have you read The Giver?
When I was a little boy.
Well, yes, that's the only time I read The Giver is when I was a little boy.
Yeah.
But it just makes me think because again, super visual and they also came out with a movie, but I'm just seeing how everyone is wearing the same clothes, like the gray, the straight lines on the buildings and did they know? There's always like one person that knows. There's always that, the main character, but like I don't believe that there's just one person that knows. Everyone else is just tired. they can't, like it's hard to make. You're making yourself. Like this is not standard cookie cut
Yeah.
like lifestyle. So, and I was talking about it to an artist the other day. Yeah, one of my mutuals on Instagram. They make super cool like makeup looks, and we were just talking about surviving and how like we literally have to create our lives because we're also in our 20s too. So this is like, am I going to do what my parents did before, which is what I was doing? I was teaching, I was, in the system, I was, like 401k taxes and, like student loans. And then I was like, but this is mine. This is
Mhm.
my life. I'm only going to be in my 20s once. What do I want to do with my 20s? What do I want my 20s to set me up for in my 30s? And it's not for the first time when we were talking about it, I was like, this is the first time I actually thought about it. And as a creative, that's a lot of pressure because it's like, like even you were saying with your films, like, man, like that ain't right. And I don't know how to do this. But as a creative, as a free thinker, as someone who doesn't want to live in the world of the giver, I gotta do something. Gotta make
Um,
something.
which just leads me to the next question perfectly. So how does your work move against the world or set you against it?
My work, so when I started calling myself an artist, I was in high school, and the first time I really resonated with the term artist is when I went to DC with my parents, and we were like at the all the museums and stuff. And we went to like the National Gallery of Art, and we're looking around. And again, I'm an artist. Don't know I'm an artist at this time, which is crazy to think. But I'm looking around and I'm so uninspired. I hate it here. I'm at an art museum and I didn't like art museums, which was strange. I'm cultured, I'm well read, like I, I I like colors, and I'm in this National Gallery of Art. But there's no soul, no culture, no warmth, no nothing, because it's stolen, it's white, it's pale, it's like cool toned in there. It felt like a rainy day, and there were no black people there in
Mhm.
DC,
Mhm.
except the like one of the like gallery guys, like watching and like making sure you don't touch the art. And
Mhm.
I remember, I don't remember who asked. I don't know if it was which one of my parents asked, but like I was making a fuss because I was really in my like where are the black people? And they went and asked them where the black people were, and he took us to the basement. And I was so gagged. That was the first time I had ever like realize that representation, but like genuinely there was no color, there was no warmth, and I had to go scounging and like just looking in the basement, and I see the biggest piece of art, like it's like bigger than the sun porch I'm on, by Carrie James Marshall. It has so much color in it, and I was like, oh, I gotta make art because there's no way that Carrie James Marshall is the only person in this whole museum. And like what, that's black, like that can create like in color and life and all this. Wait, I'm trying to find out where I was going because I was going on this like whole like what was like I got
Oh, yeah.
distracted.
So, how does your work move
Oh,
against the world or set you